Hello there. Today I am going to be talking about removing the back plate here of an old HP DV6 laptop and how to quickly change out the hard drives. One thing I do want to note before we get started here, you may already observe, I have removed the battery from the laptop and made sure that it is fully powered down. This is to avoid any safety dangers of electrical discharge from the computer. You want to make sure before you even get started, there is no chance that you might get shocked, as this is an electrical device. So I will be back in one moment with our guard removed and these screws all out. Welcome back, and here, as you can see, I have my guard taken off here, exposing the inner workings here of the laptop. We have a few of our major components, but we are just going to focus on this piece right here. You'll notice that there is a large black backing with a couple of tabs on it. This is to help us remove the hard drive from the laptop without having to fight too much, as the components are fitting very, very tightly together. So I am simply going to grab this black tab right here. And then I already know that for this model, it is going to come out to my right. So I'm going to briefly lift up and pull it away here. This will allow me to pull the hard drive out. One thing you will need to notice is that there is a cable here that is what connects the hard drive to the rest of the computer. In order to swap out the hard drive, I am going to need to pull on the connector piece straight back, and you will need to apply a decent amount of pressure. This will allow me to disconnect it. Be careful, however, you do not want to damage the pins, as it may result in a non-working computer. Now, I am not going to be replacing this hard drive here today, as it works just fine. However, we are going to reinstall it, and you will follow the same procedure if you were to use a different hard drive. Please note that there are some pins here. You must line up that cable with those pins in order to get it to go back on. So I am going to take my time here. I am going to line up the pins as needed, and I am going to make sure to push back in order to have everything back together. If you are pushing on it and it's more resistance than you would think, just take your time, double check that all the pins are lined up, and continue from there. Now, I am just going to insert it back the way that it was removed into the computer here. Okay. Sometimes it may want to fit in snugly, sometimes it wants to go in easy, and other times it may give you a little bit of a challenge. That's okay. It is important to just remember, take your time. You do not want to rush this process. All right, it is back in there nice and snug, so that way I know my cover is going to go back onto it. I'll be back in one moment once I have completed that. And as you will notice, the back cover is onto the laptop. I took note to make sure that I did not over tighten these screws, as that can damage internal components and it can also damage the guard. They should be snug, but you do not want to over tighten them. That is it here for today for replacing or swapping out a hard drive inside of an old DV6 laptop. You can always remember your trusty tools, your screwdriver, and your organization containers. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.